Hey, what's going on, traders? Wednesday, January 25th, 8:20 a.m. Here are your morning ideas. Okay, so we briefly tried higher yesterday. We were talking about 40.80 on the 4 hour. I can show you where that is. 40.80 up here. What we did was, I'm going to go to the 15-minute to show a more detailed view of the intraday action. Um, this is what we did yesterday, right? So we started, we took out the overnight low, and then right off of like the 10 o'clock hour, we bounced, right, and we went across VWAP, and then we just kind of hung out here for the rest of the day. In the There are some things to expect when you hit the overnight low and the overnight high. So we hit overnight low and overnight high. That's about a 28% occurrence where we hit it on the same day. I was looking for a bit more of a squeeze into the afternoon session. We did right at the bell, like right after the bell, actually the equity bell at 4 o'clock. We pushed higher, and then we were unable to hold on, and then like overnight we started falling. Then we did the old fall, just go sideways, and then another leg down now, and we're trading at 4,000. That leaves us in a place where we're pulling back. Remember we talked about yesterday how this 3960 to 3970 area, it's so big now that as the market is trying to push higher, it's got this big magnet below that's kind of pulling the market back. And anytime we get back to that magnet, what we do is we get a lot of chop in that area. And I've had a couple of traders reach out to me in the last couple of days, said, "Hey James, how do you trade? How do you trade in these areas where we're getting a lot of chop? You used to be able to take bigger moves, and now it's not really to be had." So the way I trade is I widen my stops so I don't get just bounced out of the market on some noise, and then I'm more apt to take profits when you do have them. And that's hard to say coming from me, because I don't like to I'm not the guy that likes to just take my money off of the table, take my profits, because I like to get those asymmetric returns and get those bigger winning days. But a profit that's 10, 20 points up in the ES can come right back down to zero when you're getting all of this chop. So I widen my stops so that I'm not getting like chopped out of the market and shredded to pieces. And then I'm more apt to take my targets a little bit quicker in a choppy area. So that's how I'm trading this market. As yesterday you said, like we're looking for 40.80, and now here we are back at 4,000 with 39.70 right below us, which is a big magnet for the market. So I would expect, I think it'll be an interesting open. I think that if we take out the overnight low and start to move back to 39.70, it's just going to be a chop fest. Although the volume is pretty good. The volume is pretty good today, but the volume was decent yesterday too, and we didn't get anywhere near our average daily range targets, right? This is the average true range or average daily range. Depending on who you talk about the Globex session or the regular trading hour session, but either way, these red lines are the average, the target based on the average true range, and we didn't get anywhere near that yesterday with pretty good volume. We're getting. I use these more as a target. We'll talk about that in subsequent videos in the community, but that's an area. These are areas I'm looking for targets for the market as we start to look for the average range of the day based on the last 20 days. Okay. 39.70, you see where the average true range target would be, around that 39.70 area, which is right here, this big fat block of the VPOC that we've been in for 9 months or so. That's that area. It's 39.60 on the 4 hour. But this 4 hour, I think it's less usable now because we've traded below it. We traded back through it. So like, I'm not looking so much at this anymore as I am at the bigger picture here, and then trying to look at, hey, what have we done today and what are we likely to do the rest of the day? Okay. I talk about this a little bit in the case study that I'm doing right now, so you guys will see that later. But I'm trying to put together something as an actionable, not just to tell you, but to show you how I'm using this information in my own trading. I hope that's going to be useful for you. I'll keep it short and sweet, and we'll see you guys tomorrow.